Ubiest of the tubiest. The best YouTube subscribers on the planet. That's you. And I'm 50 plus. Today I am, me and my student were sitting in Laredo at the yard, hoping to get a load. Obviously, we're not going to get one today. Maybe we'll get one tomorrow. Hopefully early tomorrow. Man, I'm going to tell you, it's amazing because I remember when we used to come to the Laredo yard and you almost couldn't find a place to park. Not because there was a whole bunch of trucks here. It was just covered with freight. It was just, I mean, there's almost no place to put your empty trailer. I mean, there's just so many loaded trailers here. And, you know, lately not so much, but I'm sure we'll get it figured out. So listen, I did a steel load, and I'm going to let you guys see that load here in the next few minutes. But the number one complaint is for repowers is that you're going to get crappy equipment once you do the repower. And so this is a rookie channel, so some of you guys don't know exactly what I mean when I say a repower. So basically what I'm telling you is you may have you may get a load, and that load was picked up and forwarded by another driver to a certain point, and then you're going to meet that driver at that certain point, and you're going to meet him with your load, or you may even meet him with an empty trailer, and then you take his load to the final. And he may have tarps. He's going to have some securement for sure. May or may not have tarps on the load, but whatever securement that he's using, whatever equipment is on that trailer that you're picking up, you're going to swap with him. You're going to give him yours, and you're going to take his, okay? And so the double-edged sword is you may have really nice equipment, and then this person may have some that you may deem subpar, and that you're now giving him your nice equipment, and you're taking his that you deem subpar, okay? And then vice versa could happen, he could have this stuff, and you come in to repower him, and you hand him off, some subpar equipment. So let me first say, you're not leaving personal equipment on that load and then giving it to the next driver. That equipment is Melton's equipment. You paid $0.00 for that equipment, okay? You are entrusted with that equipment to take care of it the best way you possibly can. And this is a business. we're in a business of moving freight, and we're in the business of using equipment. If we're not going to use the equipment, why have it? Why invest money in equipment you're not going to use, right? So you're going to get some used equipment from the next driver, and just remain calm. Don't freak out if he's not giving you brand new stuff. Let me tell you, this is my very first load. I went to the Birmingham terminal when I went to orientation, right? And I got this truck. So I've had this truck. This is the first truck that Melton gave to me, and I've had this truck the entire time, right? And when you get the truck, it's going to have all the equipment on it. And generally speaking, when you get when they dispatch a new driver, it's going to have new stuff, and it's pretty cool, man. I mean, you're like, wow, I had three Melton used 3 tarp system. I had 3 brand new tarps, 2 boxes of brand new bungees, and a box of what was it? 2 boxes, a box of brand new straps. So I had all brand new equipment. And my very first load with Melton was a repower. And that repower was tarped with 3 tarps. So when the driver pulled up and he says, okay, I need 100 bungees. I need 100 bungees, and I need 3 tarps and like 14 straps or the 16 straps or whatever it was. I handed him 2 boxes of brand new bungees, a box of brand new straps, and my 2 brand new tarps. I was like, oh man, what the hell? And the guy told me, he said, hey man, don't fall in love with this equipment, because you're not going to keep it. The first driver that I made initial contact with here at Melton told me that, and it couldn't have been more true. Now I done came in contact with a whole lot of them since then and told me some more. But that one was true. Okay? And that load went to somewhere, I forget where it was going, and I was thinking, first off, I got this load and it was already late. I'm thinking, how am I gonna make up time to make this load, get this load on time? What the hell? And it was not going in the direction that I wanted it to go, because I wanted to go to Houston. I think it might have been going to, Australia or something, but it wasn't going to Houston. And as I'm rolling, I get a message over to Qualcomm, and when first chance I got, I pulled over and I read the message, and it was a repower. So let's just say I picked up a load. If that load was on the yard and I had to secure it and strap it and and tarp it with my brand new tarps, I still would have lost those tarps, because that was a repower load. Still, it's a repower twice, because the guy who gave it to me repowered that load. Okay, so I'll tell you that long ass story because I'm trying to get you to understand that this equipment isn't yours. You're just entrusted with this equipment. Okay, and during orientation, they're going to teach you how to maintain your tarps. I believe that that tarps would be better taken care of if drivers were getting a little bit of a little bit of something. I don't know, $20 or something. I don't know, for patching taking care of the tarps. The reason why I think something should be done on that level is because so many guys are reluctant to do the repowers because they're going to get this crappy equipment. But at the end of the day, it's just laziness, to be quite honest with you. That makes these tarps the guys not want to do repowers. Okay, is it a tarp load? Yes, a tarp load. They just start wanting to throw a temper tantrum because they don't want to trade tarps in that they just sat down and spent their personal time. And it is personal time. Say what you want, it's personal time, because that guy went off duty. He's he's on off duty, or maybe he's sleep person, whatever it is, or maybe it's weekend. But it's just personal time, and even if it wasn't personal time, we don't get paid hourly, so you still, it's costing this guy to repair tarps, right? And then have to give them away to someone who neglects theirs, and and just don't care because it doesn't belong to them. Okay, so I'm going to show you a short video, and it's not going to have every single step, but just the basics. However, when you go through orientation, they're going to teach you how to repair tarps, and I'm just going to show you a little bit of what to expect, the load that destroyed my tarps, and not my tarps. I didn't put my tarps on that load. Yes, everybody know I have personal tarps. I'm not putting my personal tarps on a steel load like that. I ain't doing it. And I'm gonna tell you something else too. I have 6 of the XL sized moving blankets, and I think 3 or 4 of the cut up tarp for edge protection. Okay, now look at the load and then determine whether or not I could possibly carry enough padding to not tear up my tarps. Now, I say that because somebody gonna comment down there and say, a well-padded load won't tear up your tarps. And he's twisted something going, don't listen to that crazy. That's not even possible. If that was true, that all you have to do is well pad the load, that you're not gonna have this. You can't carry enough padding to cover up some of this stuff. So, you know, I'm just hoping that we got a bunch of loads coming out of that place from what I've heard, the rumor says. So, man, I'm thinking that's a whole bunch of tarps being torn up. So I'm hoping that, you know, the bottom line is fat on this. Take a look. I'm gonna show you what went on with my tarps. Here we go. Well, everybody, we're gonna talk about this load. Okay. As you can see, that part's still covered. Okay. Well, I want you guys to take a look at the pointed edges on this trailer, on this load. Okay. See all the sharp edges on this load? Look at that. Here. See that? More right here. So you got that row, you got that row, you got that point, you got that point just in this area right here. Here, right here. Just want to point all this stuff out to you. Look at out. Look at all those sharp edges, okay? And then as for the trailer, look at them sharp edges. The same thing on the opposite side, okay? So, what is the result of carrying this? Well, I'm gonna show you. All right, here we go. That is the result of carrying that stuff. Now, as you can see, the rest of the tarp is still folded, so we're only going to do some of it at a time, but we're going to repair this. That one obviously is trash because the stitching is coming loose and we can't repair that. At least I can't. And look at that big old patch on that tarp right there. But I mean, it still worked for a while. But once you get one of them steel loads, man, it's almost impossible to not destroy at least one unrepairable. I hope we're making a bunch of money on those steel loads. Anyways, let's get to doing some repairing. All right, there's a piece of tarp we used, and we cut it up, cleaned the spots off with that rag, and then we cut those patches. Cut those patches. Those patches are covering up the holes. Okay, we cut them to fit. See how big that one is, because that big one that we had in the back. Okay, so now what we're going to do is flip it over, clean the side, the underside of the patch, and then just going to use some vinyl cement there, and we're going to paint the bottom of those, and then put the patches on. It's that simple. Here we go. All right, I just used my rag and wipe this down. And basically, you're just gonna get your vinyl cement and paint it on. Be generous with it, okay? Because you're gonna need this to stick. And because I'm doing this with one hand, I'm not going to just hold this whole thing the entire time I'm using it, because I'm gonna get sloppy and not do it right. But as you can see, this is all we're doing. Just painting this stuff on, no problem. But do it quickly and put it in place before it dries up on you. All right, here we go. See the hole in the patch on the other side? Same thing. That's gonna be a big old patch. I put a big patch right here. All of that stuff, it's all patched. But as you can see, I patch it on the other side. I don't like the patches on the top side. Plus, on this one, because it's close to the stitching right there, close to the stitching right here, it's just not gonna lay well on this side. So I rolled it over and patched it from the side that actually is against the product. Let's see, where's that other patch? Man, I patched it so good I don't see the other one. I must be amazing. Oh, right here. That's actually patched on the opposite side. Not hard, but we got a few more to do to that part. But we're gonna let that dry and then move on to the next phase. This stuff is really easy.